The CAPPS board, led by Greg Nathanson when he was the CAPPS president, recognized the need to develop school managers and directors through other than our traditional means of hiring them away from other schools. In fact, at dinner last night, I listened to such a story from someone I was sitting with, and it's interesting that we laugh about that, but we're very grateful to have another method now to acquire our employees. Anyway, to that end, we created the CAPPS Directors Boot Camp, and it has grown in sophistication and complexity every year. At this time, I'd like to invite the graduating members of the CAPPS 2011 Boot Camp program to come up to the stage. And while they're coming up, I'd like to ask Scott King of TechSkills Sacramento to say a few words about this year's boot camp. So if you're a graduate of the boot camp, come on up right now. While Scott makes his way up here.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing us this presentation time. You know, last year was the first year of the Directors Boot Camp, and you know, we were kind of feeling our way through it and figuring out how do we want to make this thing work, and what things do we want to do to make it fun and exciting, and it really was. We just, Greg is, he's got such a neat sense of humor, and if you know him well, if he's, when he's joking and when he's serious. If you don't, then you're just kind of like scratching your head the whole time saying, should I take that advice or was he joking? But the neat thing about Greg is he is so smart, and in all of the documentation that we have, he's called the industry guru. So now every time that he calls me, I see it on my caller ID and I answer, "Hey, guru," and he says, "No, no, no. Hopefully that's going to be one of these guys one day." And so Greg's vision is that one day he's going to be able to continue to mentor all of us to be able to take this process and take his ideas and even pay it forward and make it even better than what he has it today. What I want to talk about today is this group. The whole thought behind this group is these are our future stars. Every single graduate that went through this boot camp, they were put through a lot of hard work, and we really had to grind through some of the challenges that Greg put before us. And some of those things we're going through. Thinking through some of the issues that we have in our campuses and really addressing the key operational areas. And sometimes we don't like to think about those things because they deal with people, which we want as many people on our staff as we can. And when Greg says, well, you might have to cut people, and we're going, no, no. And he says, well, what else can you think of? And that's when the wheels start turning. And that's when we start really, the smoke starts coming out of our heads and in our ears, and and that's when we really start to work as a team. And so one of the things that they did that I thought this year was really innovative, I think that Greg and Robert Johnson got together, and they decided that this year what they were going to do is put a presentation on the calendar, and they were going to give these guys an opportunity to come up with the presentation material and present it. And I thought that was just such a neat idea. Now, the catch was they only had 2 hours to put it together. And I'm telling you, it's already tough enough when you have 6 months to prepare for it, but when you have 2 hours on just a heavy topic, and it's very, very challenging. And the team came together, and they had one presentation in 2 parts, and it was phenomenal. One of the best presentations that I had seen to date. And so what I would like to do right now is would like to present to you the 2011 graduating class of the CAPPS Boot Camp, and these guys definitely deserve a standing ovation. Okay, so at this time we're going to present their awards to them. Thank you very much for that. All right, Larissa Shumlavova. All right, William Nelson. Sue Wiseman. Alfred Madero. Alan Purvis. Alan. Carolyn Haynes. Okay. Amita Garg. How are you? Maria Zontin. Linda Washington. William Cohen. Okay. Maria Simard. Congratulations, Maria.
Thank you.
Angie DeClaudio. Okay. Thomas Bezick. Jeremy Bernstein. Jeannie Ta. Jody Anderson. John? Yeah. Oh, all right. John, what's your last name? Davis. John. Okay, this is John Davis. He did pass, but we'll have his certificate. Sorry, John. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, photo op?
Yes. Yes. And Cheryl, your last name?
Williams.
And Cheryl Williams. Congratulations, Cheryl. Again, on behalf of the boot camp, we thank you very, very much, and thank you, graduates.